Well, it would be around about 12 years ago when my husband was looking for a change of direction. And one day he just said to me, "How do you feel about fostering?" Now, I was working full time, so it had to have a little bit of thought. And when we talked together, I said to him, "What made you think about fostering?" And he said to me, "Well, when we look back, some of our happiest times was when our children were little and the house was full of children and they used to bring their friends." And he said, "We've got a spare room, we might be able to help." And really, that was it in a nutshell. We just thought, I think we could do this and let's explore whether we could or not. And that was our step in really to fostering. Our early experiences were quite mixed. We had our first placement was a lovely young girl, but she had quite complex needs, and it was quite challenging, but we had such happy times with her, and it was lovely to see a different side to her where she was in a social situation with us, out for meals. We took her to our daughter's passing out a degree celebration, so there was lots of lovely celebrations that were had with her, but she did have a lot of issues that we needed to deal with sensitively. We had been with a fostering agency that was quite a large fostering agency, and we felt that it was right for us to be part of a smaller organisation. We felt that we wanted to be valued and listened to, and Fostering North East was the agency that came to mind, partly because I knew a little bit about it because it was part of St Cuthbert's Care, which I'm aware of, and we went to one of the Fostering North East open days, and that information sealed the deal really, and we decided that that was the agency that we needed to go to. At the moment we've got 2 under 5s, one nearly 2, one just turned 3. We have never looked after young ones before, so this is our first experience with such small children. And to say it's busy is an understatement, but we've got into a lovely routine, a lovely morning breakfast routine with them, a playtime routine. Our boys go to nursery now, and that gives us the opportunity to get on top of the day-to-day running of the home, so that when they come back from nursery, our time is fully focused on them, and we have more playtime, wind down time, tea time, bath time, and bed, and then it's our time to just decompress and think about the day. Yes, there has been a lot of challenges, particularly in the early days with taking our 2 boys. There was a lot of unexpected challenges that we couldn't have prepared ourselves for. And the way we got through it was to communicate with each other, keep talking to each other. We sought support from our fostering agency at Foster North East. We also had our supervising social workers take care of us. So they came regularly in the early days to see us. They even took time out of their day to take the boys out for an hour, just to give us a time to have a cup of tea and just a little bit of me time for me and my husband. In summary, it would be talking to each other, talking to our social worker, taking any help that was available to us, and then when we see the rewards, looking back on that and seeing how far we've come. I would say the most rewarding part is keeping in touch with a lot of the foster children that we've had, seeing them now as adults, getting married, having their own homes, and it just makes us feel as if we're part of an extended family and they're part of our extended family. So I would say that is by far the most rewarding is the relationships that we've been able to have with the children that have been in our care. I think the motivation comes from when you look back, and you might start off with a placement that might be quite challenging and difficult, but when you look back at the time when the children leave you and you see a different child, or a child who seems a lot happier in themselves, that's your motivation. Your motivation is something's changed within that child and you've been a little tiny part of that. And I think that really is what keeps you going. Foster North East as a smaller organisation has been able to give us the experience of feeling like part of a family. We joined Foster North East and we met our supervising social worker, and we just knew straight away we were going to get on. But then we knew all the social workers who worked for Foster North East and the manager. So it felt that you were part of a team. And sometimes in a larger fostering agency, you don't get that. You can't get that intimacy really with the people that you're working for and working with. That's been absolutely vital to us. But also, it's the little things that you get with Foster North East for the children. It's for the children are very central to everything that they do, and it's the little touches such as the little stars days, little play days for Halloween, Easter time, Easter eggs being delivered, summer events, Christmas presents. It's little touches that make the difference for the children. And personally, it's a sense of being valued and also being listened to. So if I needed some advice or some help, I know I can ring up and someone will answer the phone, and if they can't get back to me immediately, they will get back to me that day. And it's having that comfort blanket, because you do have difficult times in fostering, and sometimes that's all it needs, is to pick up a phone, talk it through, and then move forward. I would say to anyone who was considering being a foster carer, with Fostering North East, you will get great support, the most robust training, but more importantly, every supervising social worker who's part of the agency will know you and know your children, and you know that at any time of the day someone will be on the end of the phone who knows you and knows your children and can help. And the level of support you get is crucial, because fostering can have difficult times, and just knowing there's someone there to bounce your ideas off or your problems with is vital. With a larger organisation, you might not get the intimacy that you get with Fostering North East. And what I mean by that is the social aspect of coming together for days with the children, support days, and just the little touches that they send to yourself and the children. Flowers for foster carers, days out for foster carers, which I've never experienced before, days out for the children, birthday cards. It's little touches that make you know you're part of a family and not just part of a large organisation. And I would say to anyone, you're with the best, from my heart, and that's sincere.